Hello everyone, so I'm pretty sure almost none of you who watch my videos would know this, but the Japanese servers are getting an event that we are not getting. Specifically, this event is for a speedrunning event, and it is actually a Sega official event. These events have existed apparently in the past though. I'm not sure if NGS had any of them. The rules for this event are basically standardized gear, no Mars, and 100% crit ratio. Basically, this is what we've been asking for Arks records, but for the longest time, but it's basically Japanese exclusive and it's a limited time event instead of just being a permanent change to Arks records. It should go without saying this is pretty cool, as it evens the playing ground for all participants, making skill come first instead of an emphasis on gear and crits like Ark records have these days. However, it's a huge shame that Global is potentially not getting this, maybe because we're much more casual of an audience compared to the Japanese servers. I mean, that's not an official reason. I'm just speculating. If we do get this event, I'd be a pretty happy camper, but I'd much rather prefer this to be a permanent thing instead of just temporary, because I think a lot more people would participate in Arks records if we didn't have to worry about gear and crits. My hopes are at the very least that this event will be successful and potentially be implemented as a norm for Arks records on both servers, but that's just me being very hopeful, and being very hopeful never works in this game. So let's actually get into what this event is actually about. First of all, this is called the Arks Friendship Caravan Time Attack Regulations. It's basically, there's a page on the Japanese official site. So apparently these regulations apply only to tournaments held at the Osaka venue and Nagoya venue in December, so I'm assuming that this is actually a real-life event. Anyways, the character regulations this time are for a December tournament. The quest used in this tournament is the special exercise Short Time Enemy Annihilation Training, which will be available from November 6th, meaning this is potentially a unique quest. Anyways, Mars cannot be used. The time attack will be conducted in groups of 4. There will be one play for each preliminary round, semifinal, and final round. The preliminary round will be held in a designated area in the order of registration. During the qualifying rounds, the leader's camera screen will be projected onto a stage monitor. Individual elements will be paired with other individual entrants through a lottery on the day of the event. After all teams have finished playing, the 4 teams with the fastest time will advance to the semifinals, which will be held on a stage. During the semifinals and finals, the leader's screen will be projected onto the stage monitor. In the semifinals and finals, 2 teams will start at the same time, and the team with the fastest time will be declared the winner. The team with the faster time in the final will be declared the winner at the venue. There will be live commentary during the semifinals and finals. Honestly, I'm not really sure what you commentate about. It's like, oh, he parried an attack. Anyways, back to what the actual rules are. During tournaments, players will fight without quick food, meaning they will not have any of the quick food stand buffs. The effects of Region Mag and T-Mag will not be applied to tournament quests. In tournament quests, the critical rate will be 100%. There will be a 5-minute preparation time before playing the quest to check the configuration and operation. Any operation after this preparation time will not be permitted under any circumstances. During the actual event, you will be playing using characters provided by the organizers. In other words, you will not be playing as the actual characters that you usually play. You can choose from Hunter Fighter, Fighter Bouncer, Rager Fighter, Gunner Fighter, Force Fighter, Tector Fighter, Braver Fighter, Bow Fighter, Waker Fighter, and Slayer Fighter classes. The subclass is Fighter. If your main class is Fighter, your subclass is Bouncer. Basically, because everyone is it has 100% crit, Slayer sub is basically useless, and I'm guessing Bouncer sub isn't going to have much use in this quest, so Fighter sub is technically the best thing because the increased damage on downs is a universal thing that applies to every class now. Party members cannot use the same class. This basically means that there cannot be overlapping classes, meaning you cannot have like 2 Bouncers or 2 Slayers. You have to have one of each. The class level is 95, and it uses standard photon arts and techniques without tech arts customization. This is actually something that I'd say is pretty huge, because this means that classes which heavily rely on custom techniques will potentially be a lot weaker than they are usually. A prime example of this, in my case, as a Bouncer main, one of the most important custom techniques you have is like You'd have the Fierce Wave, which extends its duration and in turn increases the amount of Jet Sweep. Jolt Gauge increases faster because of the longer duration of the PA. And you'd also have the 10% increased attack speed from Rampaging Harrier. So none of that exists in this. So I imagine this would change potentially how some classes function. Anyways, there's also a list of the equipment used as follows. I will have this up on screen, so hopefully I remember to edit it in along with all the rules that I'm talking about. Anyways, the equipment will be available for purchase in the item shop after the November 6th update. So I'm assuming that this equipment will be free gear that players can purchase in the actual game. Anyways, it looks like I don't know if this is even just Google Translate because I can't read moon runes, but it's the Radia Cool series. Actually, isn't this is just the Argenkel weapon stuff? Okay, never mind. Anyways, multi-weapons cannot be used, which is, again, pretty huge. Both the main class and subclass have the same class skills, but characters used in the tournament have the following class skills and add-on skills, with all add-on skills being maxed at level 20. I don't think I need to talk too much about this. I will again show it up on screen. Anyways, that's basically all the rules for the tournament. It sounds fun. It would be nice if we had something like this in, just as an actual event, but like there's no way to police it in game. So anyways, that's the rules for the tournament. That being said, that's basically all I wanted to talk about here. This event exists, and who knows, we could get it anyways in time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.